Welcome back to the Schmoedown replay. What's going on, guys? We are the Cinefanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
And I'm Robert Adams.
And it's been a day and a night here, let me tell you.
Oof. Yeah. Needless to say, I don't think either one of us have been feeling real well. So you've got your neck and whatever issues, and I'm still trying to lick my wounds from the verbal beating the chat on Schmobates Gaming last night. So, just trying to recenter ourselves and anyways, apparently tonight's the finals though, like the finals of the Schmoedown. That's crazy. It's been like 2 months or so that we've been doing this. This has been I believe this is the longest tournament that we've had, and easily
the biggest, really.
Yeah, one of the most entertaining. We've said it before that, and like we saw this before the tournament even started, that these were probably some of the best matchups in all the tournaments we've seen so far. So, this is going to be a great finale. And for that, we had to bring back someone who was pretty much there with us as we started this format. When we first got like people to join us and watch before we officially called it the Schmoedown replay. So we decided to bring back the one, the only, the NerdChronic, Mr. Eric Rodriguez. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Hey guys. Sorry, I just had a little bit of internet issues. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for having me back. I'm happy to be here and to round out the top and tail of this whole tournament.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, officially. Yeah. How has this been? Before we dive into this, I want to go straight into we talked to you before the tournament started, and you were on the path of having to get started with all the editing and everything of this. Now that you're done with this one, I know there's another tournament that's already started filming, but now that you're done with the singles tournament, how was that experience having to just crank through all of those?
It was a lot. We started in August and now we're at the end of October. And so, it's been 3 months of like pretty rigorous work. I mean, those first 2 months, obviously being the 4 matches a week that we were doing. In total, it was 35 matches that we had. So it's 3 months of 35 matches of Schmoedown stuff. It's a lot, and I had to crank it all the way. Thankfully, I think I mentioned this on another show earlier. Is that the last couple weeks of September, I had some help from a good friend of mine, my old friend of ours from my old job, Brian Nelson. He helped me out with a couple of the edits for the works that he did, like Bibbs and Liz Shannon Miller, and like a couple of the other ones. And so that was at the time when I was just like, I think I probably could have used that in August when we were doing 4 matches a week plus the live event every weekend. But it was nice to have like a little bit of a reprieve at the end of September anyways, to have someone help me out and give me a little bit of breathing room as we then transition into this month, which was a lot easier.
So how's your sleep and mental health doing?
My mental health is luckily just fine. It's like I'm really a workaholic, so like I sink myself into my work very easily, so that's kind of what keeps me pretty steady. My sleep schedule though is like all over the place. Like some days I fall asleep like at a regular hour, some days I'm up until like 11 o'clock in the morning. Today, obviously I had a lot of stuff to do, plus a lot of other stuff that we need to get prepared. So I was up until about from like last night. I was awake until about 1 p.m. And then I took a quick nap, then got back to work, and then I had to finish the stuff up, which is why we started this a tiny bit late on me. But yes, it's kind of all over the place. But thankfully, tournament's done. We go into the much smaller teams tournament, which is a lot easier to handle.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. After all these that you've been editing so far, because we've said it before, you've been the head editor of Schmoedown ever since the beginning of the season, which again started off perfectly fine and then took a sharp right turn into who knows where we're going with this, and then has quickly bounced back and has done a fantastic job. And we've mentioned it before, you're the focal center point of why that is really working so well with the editing. Do you feel like you've got this like down to like how to edit these episodes pretty well now? Like, is it much easier and smoother to crank these
The
out.
science.
Yeah, and I'll give a plug to another show on your guys' show, shamelessly. But I was on the Ultimate Schmoedown show like not long last week talking about it, and they asked me something similar. And yeah, at this point, I am able to kind of knock out like an edit in like a good few hours, like several hours in the day, like roughly like good turnaround. I have like the patterns down. I have a kind of like my the beats that I know are coming, the intro, the rules, bumpers, all that stuff. And I think the stuff that takes the most time now still is the promos. That's the stuff that takes a lot more time to be creative and kind of like flesh it out in a more unique manner. Otherwise, like the matches themselves are pretty like cut and dry once like you get into it.
Yeah. I know like tomorrow night we're doing, I believe they're releasing the throwdown from last weekend.
Yeah.
They're releasing that live to the public tomorrow. So therefore we have our pre-recorded replay episode for that. I edited that like 30 minutes. And that's including adding like some special effects stuff to it. So I had it down real quick just because being able to record on say like StreamYard here, it was real easy just to download a file, stick it in, add a couple of things, and just export. So
right, yeah, man, that's what it is. Like you get to editing. The hardest part about editing anything is starting it. Once you get going, then you kind of like have the rhythm and you get kind of know what to do, especially for multiple projects. Once you have the first template done, then it's easy to kind of like repeat that later.
And I know when I do editing stuff like that, like you said, just sitting down and just starting it is hard. It's the once I get into it, I kind of want to see like what all I can do, especially if there's stuff I think of while editing it. Yeah. Like I want to see what I can do to twist and turn and add like little features and stuff. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. But yeah, you've been doing fantastic this year. I know we started it like back in June or so, the whole Yodi for Chronic hashtag.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe that hashtag is going strong. So that thing.
Yeah, I mean, we've had it in an official live stream match now.
Yeah. So
Koi shouted it out.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's pretty good time to like start looking for some clear shelf space for a Yodi award to be sitting on at around that time. That being said, that was another reason we wanted to jump in. Wanted to get you for this one is because your promos have been fire. All of them have been so good, and I know that the one for a finale like this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, so, and I put a lot of work into this one, as you guys might assume, and so hopefully it came off as strong as I needed it to be. I'm pretty proud of it. It's always like the big ones I had to put a lot of work into to make it special.
Yeah. So real quick before we jump into this, what's up to everyone in the chat? I see Camshaft and Andres Gallego is in the chat. He will be joining me on Saturday. We will be doing a Patreon watch along for The Evil Dead. That's at the $5 tier on up. So join patreon.com/cinefanatics, $5 on up. You'll be able to watch that with us, and we're going to have fun with that. Nice. Also, if you have any questions, comments, anything, you can drop in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/cinefanatics. You could also send it in Super Chat if you like. We prefer Streamlabs. Again, me and my brother have not watched this match. Please do not spoil this match. You can play along in the chat if you want, but no spoilers in the chat. You can, however, spoil it if you want to send it in through the Streamlabs. So, as always.
Now, I see that we have 6 people watching with us, which means... Oh, now I see 7. 7 people watching with us right now, which means that there's 7 of you out there that decided not to watch the presidential debate tonight, and you made a good choice. Your priorities are in line.
Plus the 3 of us on here and the cat on the bed.
Yeah.
But...
Anyway, so real quick, shout out in the chat. We got Hamstrack jumped in there with a $20 super chat saying, "Partying tonight. It's my birthday, so I'm going to miss this episode live, but we'll check it out later. Tell NerdChronic what's up for me. I dig that guy's work."
Thanks.
So we appreciate it.
I always appreciate the kind words, especially now, like you guys said, that we're done with this tournament. It's nice to take like a small breath before we get into the multiple next matches that we have to do.
Yeah.
Of course. And then we got MovieFanobi dropping in a couple super chats here. I must say, I like you, Adams Brothers, or maybe the Adams Brothers. I like that Master Edit NerdChronic. Oh, yeah, I can click on that. NerdChronic. I have to say, I like Roxy, and there's kayfabe, but she's annoying me this season. Oh. Numbers are only sexy if they are 6 and 9. Ha, nice. Or if you're a David Krumholtz or a Peter McNichol. Nice. Too much side chat drama. Anyway, good match. Adam Collins is the real deal. I hope he gets more personality. Damn, Fanobi's just going after people tonight.
He's just firing them off tonight.
Just firing them. And then we got to shout out this fool.
This is a new. I haven't seen this person before.
Yeah, I mean, he just felt bad for winning last night, so he wants to come show some goodwill, I guess. But
what did he win? Anyways, beside the point.
I don't know.
Let's move on with the match.
Yes.
The love of the people. That's what he won. All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. The match
Hi,
is
Christian.
going to begin in just a minute, but before we do that, as you saw not too long ago, what we thought would be a reunion between the Wildberries turned into something a little different. Last week, Josh McCouga was excited to talk to his friend Elliott Dewberry, formerly of the Wildberries, hoping to try to get the band back together for one last chance. And to everybody's surprise, my surprise, your surprise, Elliott Dewberry challenged Josh McCouga to a retirement match. It was not accepted yet. There was nothing that was done, and except both factions had contacted me to try to figure out exactly what was going on. Corruption absolutely wanted this match to happen. Swag was reluctant. McCouga does not want to face his friend. He's had some time to think about it. We're bringing both of the guys on to have a discussion. I'm going to ask some questions. And starting with the man who's kind of blindsided by all this. He's a legend in the movie Trivia Schmoedown. He is the first finalist ever in the 2014 Ultimate Schmoedown Finals. The Wild Man, Josh McCouga.
Man, I miss this guy.
Yeah. Dude, I feel like this keeps happening to you. I feel like, yeah.
You're like, do I smell or something?
I don't think that's it. I think that maybe this about so from what I heard, you had been trying to get in contact with Elliott since the draft. He says the opposite. He says you haven't reached out at all. He says
I like how Christian's just been trying to put together this Wildberry Civil War.
First of all,
like we saw this. I think we saw this forming back in like the spring.
She's pulling strings from behind some kind of curtain.
They were talking about it. They were talking about it after the draft.
This is like Sony just really like no matter what they do with Spider-Man, they're always trying to do a Sinister Six movie.
Ryan Gosling wrote all those letters to Rachel McAdams, and then 20 years later, he's like, "Hey, I wrote those letters," and her mom's like, "They've been in the glove box of this car."
Yes, okay. Exactly right. I would not put it past her. I can tell you that I would not put it past her at all.
Right? Like the world is jealous of the Wildberries' chemistry, Christian. Everybody knows that, and especially Shannon. Because the corruption has zero chemistry when it comes to anything. They're just a bunch of mean people yelling at stuff. The Wildberries are a bunch of really nice people also yelling at stuff.
Yes, well, it doesn't change the fact that your friend Elliott Dewberry challenged you to a retirement match. Mm-hmm. You have not made a decision yet, but I do want to bring in Elliott, who has had you've had your opportunity.
Don't accept retirement. Don't do it.
Dewberry. Elliott, so look, everybody watched. I watched when this happened. And, this is unexpected. Josh says he has tried to get in touch with you. Josh says that he has tried to reach out and have conversations and that they haven't found their way to you. How do you respond to that?
Who am I supposed to trust, my teammate or my ex-teammate? Would you trust your current wife or girlfriend over or not over your ex-wife or girlfriend?
Yeah, no, but Elliott, think about it like this.
I don't know about that one.
The draft, we were ripped apart like 5-0 Mouskowitz from his family in American Tail. Okay? Wow,
just going straight for the heartstrings on that one.
You think Shannon didn't take your phone and block me on all your accounts, or you wouldn't even know if I tried to contact you? She's a puppeteer of
no,
evil.
she wouldn't do that. She wants what's best for me.
Elliott, are you okay? Blink twice if you need help.
Sorry, I didn't do that on purpose.
You challenged Josh McCouga. You didn't just challenge him to a match, Elliott. You challenged Josh McCouga to a retirement match, meaning
For all.
Yeah, but there's two things here.
One man leaves.
Forever. And Josh McCouga has been a part of this thing since we started it.
Well, like you just said, you listed his accolades, his accomplishments, and you said the year 2014. What year is it right now, Christian?
I don't know anymore. I don't even remember. But
2020.
It's 2020.
Are we still in 2020?
Yes.
2014. A lot of your viewers weren't even born yet, so
it's not untrue.
I mean, let's be real. I think
you want to do this?
Might be, you always want to go out while you still have some dignity, some respect.
Dignity, respect. I am this league. Okay.
Well, wait a minute. Josh, but this is the same thing. Elliott, are you telling me also that this is not Josh McCouga has been played up against someone in a retirement match before, and he's won. People have tried to retire Josh McCouga before. Don't you think this is dangerous on your side to try to do this against the guy who seemingly, when the odds are against him, always wins?
Could be. You're right. There's always a risk. But yeah, no, let's go ahead. Let's do it.
So you want to do it? All right, well, Josh,
do it.
Elliott,
thought you were going to say something profound there.
I still love you like a brother. I don't know where this is coming from, but clearly
it's logical reasoning.
The potion that is corruption, and
I miss storylines too so much.
Yeah. It's it's sort of like your best friend in high school just joined the goth gang. Okay.
Maybe you say I drunk the potion. Maybe I'm seeing things clearly because I haven't been drinking 10 shots of whiskey every time I'm in the Schmoedown studios.
That's not on me. I don't force it on you. It helps us as a team.
Has it though?
Okay,
Elliott. Before the Wild Berries, you were just Elliott Dewberry. Now wherever you go, people scream, "Wow, berries!" It's not berries wild. Okay,
I hate it. It's a reminder of a regrettable time in my life.
A regrettable time.
Every time I go to pick up the scoop at the grocery store, I hear wild berries. I go to the DMV to renew my license. Wild berries.
And we've had a lot of fights about that ever since then. And yeah.
All right. Bottom line here.
All I hear is Shannon talking.
Elliott Dewberry. This is it. You have one more opportunity here to either walk this back.
Shannon and Elliott's a lot like the ending of Dead Silence, which if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it, but if you have seen it, you know what I'm referencing.
Yeah. Well, Josh, I might not sound like it, but I have been listening to what you've said. These past couple times we've talked recently, you raised a lot of valid points, and no, I still want to have the damn match. League's only big enough for one wild berry, and I think it's probably going to be me. So let's go.
Josh McCouga, doesn't look like your friend is backing down here. This is not a forced match. This is not something you have to do. This is merely a question here. Elliott Dewberry versus Josh McCouga in a retirement match.
I'm going to take a quick phone call real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Winston?
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Okay. All right. Ask me what you got to ask me.
Josh McCouga. So Elliott Dewberry has challenged you to a retirement match. What say you?
Get my AAA card. Nobody's retiring. It's on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have ourselves a match here. The Wild Berries explode, and we have a date already. It's November 13th, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, so
13th, Friday, November 13th, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, baby.
Wait, he just agreed to it. How's there already a date?
Yeah.
13th. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Stop peeking behind the curtain.
Well, it breaks my heart to see it, but I'm also excited to see it. Who is the king of the Wild Berries? We find out on November 13th. Josh McCouga.
No, it's not going to be
Dewberry.
spectacular.
Gentlemen,
No.
thank you, and I hope you guys can give each other a virtual hug afterwards.
I think the card is full of spectacular.
A virtual hug, but let me just tell you this: the scoliosis in my back from carrying the Wild Berries all these years is finally come to fruition. I'm retiring.
It's a low blow, Josh.
And I'm bringing him on to my AARP account to be retired with me.
I believe it is you who will see who has had the scoliosis all these years. And I believe you will find that my spine is the most contorted of the formerly known as the wild berry.
It's a low blow, Elliott.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll see you on November 13th.
This is where the Schmoedowns come down to. Whose back is in worse condition?
To see what happens. All right, I'm going to say goodbye to both Elliott Dewberry and Josh McCouga. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I mean, concentrate on the match that's coming up here. No doubt.
Actually,
but the Wildberries Civil War is happening November 13th.
I believe Ben Bateman's actually had surgery on his back.
Schmoedown Live.
Yeah, it's not even really my back. It's more of my neck. So it's kind of a... Still hard pass. Please don't retire them. The spectacular thing, I think, is the 4 belts and then Kevin Smith versus Brett.
Joined as always by Mark Ellis, and I am excited. Get ready,
also, it's kind of a spoiler from the rom-com match, but if you haven't watched it, if anyone hasn't watched it, Christian did soft confirm that Josh McCouga would get a match against Video Drew in the future. So we still need that.
You know, when you and I came from the north down to this little town that didn't allow rock and roll,
ain't no one retiring this year.
What are we doing here? We colonized it. We made the Schmoedown, and now 7 some odd seasons later, here we are.
Look at Ellis is over there getting footloose.
Schmoedown singles tournament, and what better cast of ne'er-do-well characters to compete for the championship release of this tournament.
I have nothing to add to that.
Look, Ellis, just because you name yourself Ren McCormick doesn't mean that your Kevin Bacon number is a 1.
Nobody's going to forget who this kid is or what he's capable of.
That's not how that game works.
Mark,
what's the name of that kid? What's the name of the kid from the remake?
Mark Ellis.
It is Joe somebody. No, that's another movie.
The names
that's Tim Allen.
The past Ultimate Schmoedown.
I'm actually kind of curious. Does Mark Ellis have a Bacon number?
Either Jeff Sneider or Adam Collins will be part of that illustrious club.
What movies has
the thing is,
Mark been in?
Both of these guys, if you would have put out a betting sheet in Vegas in the beginning of it, I don't think either one of them would have been on the finals list. I think Sneider would be pretty close and maybe on some people's because of what he's been able to do in the league. Obviously, he's had his ups and downs in singles, but he's playing massive.
Might be kind of a stretch on some of this.
He has victories over Paulo Yama.
I don't know if it's exactly 6 degrees.
Mark Riley, and then you get this kid out of nowhere, this Adam Collins character, and he's knocking out John Roca. He's knocking out Lon Harris. He's going toe-to-toe with both Liz Shannon Miller and the kid.
Mark Ellis is in the movie Trivia Schmoedown with Sam Levine. Sam Levine was in Inglourious Bastards with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, they both earned their way, and it was not an easy road to fortune. Like you said, you and I have actually been to Vegas.
Brad Pitt was in
March Madness. I don't remember much of it, but
what is it?
Those college basketball kind of feels.
What's the housing movie?
UConn, a known
What's it called again?
And then you have
blanking.
The Big Short.
Big Short. It was in The Big Short with Steve Carell, who was in Crazy Stupid Love with Kevin Bacon.
No, that was David Lindhagen.
He's been mowing through people, but I don't want to say that he's been playing great and then leave out what Sneider's done. Because Sneider
David Lindhagen
has been playing at the top of his game. He's done so with a lackadaisical care.
You're David Lindhagen?
We come to know and love. We mistook that in the past at times for a lack of competitive fire. The fire is back, and now it's going up against an Acme weapon that is actually functioning.
Absolutely. Look, Sneider is carrying the rock stars.
How do we feel this match is going to go?
He's keeping him alive because
Eric knows.
Team's tournament starts in just a couple.
I can tell you exactly how it's going to go, but that will spoil the whole thing.
Adam Collins was also corruption was pretty much toast out of it. Well, they got this rookie guy.
I tell you what I said when Sneider beat Irwin. I was saying that if Sneider beat Irwin, he would take the whole tournament. So now that obviously that could be wrong. There's a good chance it could be wrong because Adam Collins has been playing very well.
Yeah, I mean, there's always
Winston been battling for
Sorry,
but she has her.
I want to see Adam Collins just like tear through the entire thing, though. Like from start to finish, just
Mike. In the back that is carried over.
Yeah, I mean, there's always those people who are like, you know, like they're doing well, and you're like, I don't know if they'll make it, and like there's always like that one obstacle. Like if they beat this person, like they have a strong chance of getting to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, promo.
Oh.
Back to your
Schmoedown's
PR
like a
person.
15-question game, and if these games were extended beyond 15 questions, I guarantee half my losses would turn into wins.
Jeff's a self-proclaimed genius.
Not wrong.
Wile E. Coyote, genius.
I'll just put it this way. I got my name in a very, very unique way that I can't tell you right now.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess it's kind of a cliffhanger.
I take a breath, I'm not gonna lose. This is what I came here to do. I walk that wire and I take
Nice.
that step.
If Adam Collins can win his play-in match, good for him. He's definitely going to get eliminated in round 1 of this tournament. Correction. This is the Coyote's tournament now.
I was made for this. I was made for this. Born in the wild, formed in the fire, built for the battle. I was made for this. I was made for this. Mind over matter, silence the doubters. I have the power.
Oh, lost him. And there's a nice close up of my cat just going to town right now. There's a transition right there for you. So while we wait for him to come back, we could talk about, like, I guess the first half of this promo.
Yeah.
Something I've been wondering. I've been seeing a lot more that you've been doing. The music that you use. Is the music something that you're getting from, like, your regular music sources, or do you have friends or someone that you know that's providing this? Because the music seems very, like, this sounds like music that I would like actually listen to regularly anyways.
Can we start this thing over? I want to.
Yeah, you fix that.
Yeah, let's start the entire map over.
No, I want to start the whole. I just want to start the promo over.
Yeah,
because I want to give fair screen time to the promo, and I don't like when StreamYard screws up on me like that.
Yeah.
Dang technology, people.
Yeah, but the music itself, though, it's something I pull from certain libraries for, like, certain types of music, and, like, there's one that I have that has, like, a lot of, like, great lyrical songs that I use. I have, like, a few stocked up. I think I have enough. I have everything in place now for the spectacular. So I'm pretty excited to finally use those. I've been holding on to a handful of those for, like, pretty much, like, all year.
Yeah, I know there was that one that you used that sounded like Imagine Dragons, and it was awesome song.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was glitching out, so I was trying to close another tab that could have been doing something, but it delayed, and I ended up accidentally closing the StreamYard tab. So stupid technology. I hate it sometimes.
It's too bad, because y'all are missing the kitty cat money shot over here.
That's just fine. All right, let's start this promo over again, and then we'll get into it.
Back to your
Schmoedown's
PR
like
person.
a 15-question game, and if these games were extended beyond 15 questions, I guarantee half my losses would turn into wins.
Jeff's a self-proclaimed genius.
Not wrong.
Wile E. Coyote, genius.
I'll just put it this way. I got my name in a very, very unique way that I can't tell you right now.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess it's kind of a cliffhanger.
I take a breath, I'm not gonna lose. This is what I came here to do. I walk that wire and I take that step.
If Adam Collins can win his play-in match, good for him. He's definitely going to get eliminated in round 1 of this tournament. Correction. This is the Coyote's tournament now.
I was made for this. I was made for this. Born in the wild, formed in the fire, built for the battle. I was made for this. I was made for this. Mind over matter, silence the doubters. I have the power. Oh, I was made for this.
Adam Collins, the Coyote. Congratulations, man.
Adam Collins has missed
4 questions in 5 matches.
Oh, Sneider and
It's the
his
highest
profile view.
5-game win streak in the history of the Schmoedown. And it blows Ben Bateman's record out of the water by like 6 or 7%.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins in a row. And with each one of them, you clutch your pearls harder and pound your Funyun-dusted digits into your keyboards, trying to explain away what I've been doing.
What a run this kid is having. He's the guy right now who cannot be beat. Super awesome for you, honey. Way to go. But today's the day that we prove you and everyone at home wrong.
Oh, now that he made it to the finals, you all want to jump on that bandwagon. Well, guess what? It's too late, and you don't deserve Adam Collins.
I know what you want from me. You want me to come out here and say, oh, I'm going to send you back to the fan leagues where you belong. Well, that's not what I'm saying. You belong here in the Schmoedown.
I want you to turn your phone
spot.
sideways.
You took out some very good competitors. Are they Riley, Oyama, Irwin level? I feel like you haven't really been challenged. You haven't really gone up against one of the greats.
Right now, this is where you show up as one of the greats, Jeff. Get your head back in this mother effing game right now, because I'm not going to see this from you.
But you're about to get the plug pulled today on this little streak of yours, buddy.
Use your JTEs when you need to. You've got this. Tell me you've got this. I want to hear it from you. I'm not kidding.
I got this.
I was made for this.
Now that we've taken care of swag, there's just one thing left in our sights, and that is Mr. Sneider.
Jeff earned this tournament. Jeff has been at this for a long time, and now's the time to see him take the entire thing. Let's go, Jeff Sneider. Who's with me?
Because I've got a date with destiny, a date with Dan Murrell, and you are the one person standing in the way.
Snyder's convulsions and outbursts actually just amuse me. The InSneider is the last obstacle in my way, plain and simple. And I did not fight tooth and claw for 5 straight matches to lose it now.
So I've simply instructed Adam to block out the histrionics and play the damn game.
You're naturally somewhat of a polarizing dude, but I think that's good.
I'm not playing a character, I am a character.
That's not incorrect. Yeah.
I am Adam Collins, and I definitely know more than you do.
I was made for this. I was made for this.
Yep.
Yep.
Doesn't get you hyped up. I don't know what will, because it shows you the journey.
Oh man,
both of them have.
There's just so many like good beats that you were hitting in there with that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. I still wanted to at some point do like my promo dissections whenever I have time. But yeah, it's something there's a lot that goes into like kind of like refining how that's structured. So yeah, I'm glad you guys kind of catch some of that.
Yeah, the one where the lyrics were saying that walking in, you got the clip of Jeff.
Then you get the undefeated.
It was gorgeous.
Who could break a record if he beats Dan Murrell if he wins here today?
And not too many times people use the word gorgeous in anything that refers to Jeff Sneider.
Ever in the league, 6-0 without a loss.
That is not incorrect.
So they're both playing for some serious stats here today and an opportunity to play the champion at Spectacular.
2 competitors at the top of their game, 2 managers on fire with their words. The child even showed up. Christian, I think we're just about ready to go.
This is where we find out that he's like secretly watching us again, and he wants to jump in just to chastise me for that.
Well, here is the manager of the Rock Stars, Roxy Stryer, and
Oh, speaking of, look right. I'm just kidding.
Sharon Barney of Corruption, the Queen of Corruption. Shannon, let's start with you here. People.
Oh, this is going to be
saying that once
fireworks.
Chance was out, that it was over. There was no chance that this rookie was going to be able to make.
It's okay. It's not that entertaining seeing these two go head to head, anyways.
Are
you kidding?
Fluke against Roca. He's not getting past Lon. And
Apparently not. There's nothing entertaining about Roxy and Shannon.
How do you feel about his chances against Jeff Sneider today?
I feel great about his chances
Sarcasm.
going up against Jeff Sneider today because
Yes.
he's under Roxy management.
No.
The first downfall. But more importantly, Roxy and Sneider are going to do everything in their power to try to distract Adam. He can wiggle and writhe in his chair and throw his hands up in the air and make a scene and make
Leave him like
stupid
you just don't
faces on
care.
screen all he wants. Roxy can stay in the private chat and try to antagonize Adam all day if that's how she wants to spend her time. But Adam will not be intimidated by two colossal losers who peaked in high school.
Roxy, you and your cohort that excuse me, you and your Boston friend Jeff have had quite a run here together. But when you look at the history of Jeff Sneider in the Schmoedown, he's been to the mountaintop, he's been a team champion, but he also has had some lows where it seems like he just lost his drive. So as a manager, how have you been able to balance that out and carry that into the finals of a tournament?
Right now we're on a peak. Thank you, Shannon, also for just agreeing that I was very cool in high school, and that has carried on to my adult life. I appreciate you acknowledging my utter coolness. Jeff Sneider is ready to do this today, and I've heard in the past before about so many players as I've been
underhand, passive aggressive, like
he's unbeatable. This new guy is unbeatable. But guess what's happened to every single player who anybody has ever called unbeatable? They got beat, and today is the day that Adam Collins, who by the way has made quite the run, I have to
eventually
give him that,
people do get beat. So I mean,
everybody's good run has to come to an end. It's happened.
I'm with her on that up until the point where we need to realize that she's got Alex Damon on her team, and he's thus far been touted as being unbeatable. So
Listen, Shannon, this is also a big one here for you because you have the lead
Damon has lost
right
one
now.
match in like 3
You're in the
years.
lead here in first place. You came
and it wasn't the Star Wars match.
And you want to get into the team's tournament this way here too.
Well,
so is this how crucial is
I
this?
think
for
he's
the
losing
selection
that belt
right now
until
as
Whitworth
far as
comes
points,
back and wants
besides
to
just the
compete,
obvious
and then
side
even
of
then
the
that might
rookie
still be a
title
battle.
I was gonna say Whitworth's
I'd love to get
technically
Lon
beaten him
title
before, I
shot.
believe, in
He's
a
earned it. He's worked
one of
his
them
way
5
up
ways
to
or
it.
4 ways or
As far
whatever.
as, is this crucial for our standing and our placement?
Yeah, I'm
Not
pretty
really.
sure
If we lose
Alex
today,
would
we go into
still
the team
would
tournament,
be
we
Whitworth at
dominate
this point.
that. If Roxy wins today, she's still a subpar faction. It has no bearing on the standings.
Whitworth's gonna have a lot of
we're
rust
coming
on
in
him.
to win this today.
Yeah.
That's the plan, and that's what we're gonna do.
Sounds like you don't care if you win this match at all. So I'm glad we're on the same page.
I don't know
about
if-
this. We're both rooting for the rock stars.
I don't know if
today.
Russ
Thank
would
you for
really
your
play into it at that point, though.
I'm so glad that
He knows a lot about Star Wars regardless.
Exchange them for my
Yeah.
steel-toed boots because I've been dancing with Winston for a long time. But unlike Winston, I don't want to dance with Roxy. I want to kick her freaking teeth in.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we expected no less from both Shannon, thank you, and Roxy Stryer, the managers of the two factions.
By the way, we did get a Streamlabs in from Errolowl saying she was giving us a Streamlab for having good taste to have NerdChronic on tonight. So
I think if
Thank you,
asked
Rachel.
me, so what? I'd say, let's dance.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia.
Only the finest guests for the audience at home.
Introducing first, representing Corruption, with a record of 5 wins, no defeats, and 3 knockouts.
That reminds me, we should have David B on at some point.
Yeah, you really should.
We need to get that guy. I mean, just have him drive here. He lives in Houston.
Yeah.
What a run it has been thus far.
we'll do a we'll have to figure out how to do this, but we'll plan out like a Texas week where all we get as our guests are people who are in Texas or from Texas. So
Right? Yeah. So it'd be like him and Danny and Shannon, I guess, some aspect.
Get Brad back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roxy can say anything.
We'll sit here, turn it into a Texas mukbang with like some barbecue, breakfast tacos, Whataburger, Torchy's tacos. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Spew her filth, but at the same time,
I like where our collective heads are
a
at.
girl who claims to love Boston
I'm just hungry.
she's nowhere near her country right now. I happen to be on Jeff's stomping grounds in the Commonwealth.
Oh, look, we have you on barbecue. Don't mind if I do.
Home front research. I picked up his scent. It's not hard to miss. And I'm ready to pounce.
Wow.
It's been a long road. But
Yeah, I like his shtick that he is literally a coyote. like not like it's like a nickname. It's like he's literally like a wild animal.
See what he can bring to the table.
It's like transformed into a human.
Yeah.
But I love how
fellow.
he does it like so deadpan.
I got to ask you about the format.
In his promo, he was saying he was fighting tooth and claw.
Yeah.
To overcome is a 5-round match, including that round 4 speed round. So has the preparation been any different?
I am a wild
tactics you've been
canine.
utilizing to make sure you just have the flat out endurance.
I believe you.
For 5 full rounds.
I know what it's like to, live off the land and have no shelter, for days, weeks on end. I come in from the compound for these matches because we do this on the internet. I have to connect to the Wi-Fi and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Normally I'm out there in the elements or in the compound, living my truth. And,
Living my truth.
constantly am
Howling at the moon.
Battle, trivia battles with other creatures and entities.
Do coyotes do that, or is
can't
that
even name
wolf?
here. So suffice it to say,
I don't know.
Yes,
Coyotes do it too.
5 rounds.
I didn't read that
All right, so
zoology book.
Coyote, good luck to you, my friend. We'll see
The
you
zoo book.
in just a moment.
The zoo book, the zoo magazine, whatever it was. I didn't read that one.
His opponent,
That's a throwback right there.
the Rockstars, with a record of 14 wins, 7 defeats.
Still my favorite faction song.
He is the former 2-time movie trivia Schmoedown team champion of the world, InSneider, Jeff Sneider.
Jeff Sneider, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? Your high school jacket there? What is that?
This is Dad's jacket, CNS Candy World, and all that. But wait a second.
Every single viewer we have. How are you, man? Listen, this is massive for you because you've been to the top
perfect.
4 in the teams division twice.
Expect
You
nothing
have
less.
gotten to a
I was not
title match
prepared for
in
nipples tonight,
You've
y'all.
had a
Just
lot of number 1 contender matches that maybe didn't.
That's
go
your
way.
fault.
But there's a lot of different things that you have done in your
That's not on
career
Jeff.
That how does this one size up? Getting to the finals here against this rookie sensation, Adam Collins.
I mean, this is the furthest I've made it in any tournament. I took down some absolute legends in Riley, in Irwin, Oyama. Like these guys, I didn't have the cakewalk that Adam Collins had, and I also had to answer 5-point questions. This guy's talking about 5 rounds, 6 rounds. Try playing a 3rd round. You played 2 rounds for a whole bunch of matches. So I don't know. The competition seemed a little weak.
Wow.
Yeah, Christian, you look at that
Woo.
Chester. Somebody's been using hymns. Jeff, I have a
But
question that's
who
about
did that one match with Brendan Meyer where they went into like 5 billion times sudden death?
family. I know that if nothing else, one of the most important phone call in the Snyder household. You do take a lot
Video
of
Drew.
from family, from siblings of that nature. So what is the chirping
That's
around
Video
the
Drew.
local Boston scene about their
Video
hometown
snipe,
hero,
video,
Jeff
video,
Sneider,
video,
making
video,
it to the
video
Schmoedown,
Collins,
possibly
Video
a
Coyote,
tournament today?
Video Coyote.
Yeah, this is definitely the Beantown War with Needham versus Haverhill, or wherever Collins is calling home these days. The guy looks homeless. My family's been there, for support, and they've been wonderful.
That's
But I do
lawn.
this for me. I do it for Roxy. I do it for the Rockstars. It's not about for the family. This is
Have any
about
of the
my
like through the
destiny
singles
and
tournament?
going here today.
Have any of these? Would you say have been like your
What's going on,
wait?
everybody? Guess what? There is an issue.
What's happening?
This is not an error.
Right.
This is an ad that we had to insert in the match
Correction issues.
in the
Yeah,
specific
I'm not gonna beat around the
time
bush.
and space.
Can you get it up? Can you keep it up? You got to figure that out. Guess what? Hims is going to provide a solution. The problem is everyone thinks, oh, this is embarrassing. And he doesn't have to deal with in-person conversation.
Oh, I'm letting it roll.
Yeah, this is great.
We ain't fast forwarding through an ad here. I'm letting this roll.
An online consultation with medical professionals.
This is just amazing.
Online for confidential review, and if appropriate, send prescription treatment right to your door in discreet packaging.
I even forgot what my question was, but
You get the same
I got a whole bunch of new ones now.
as the expensive little pill, but without the expensive price. See the website for full details. And
So you get sent like this commercial, and like Christian's like, hey, find a really good place to put this in.
We have specific guidelines of how to insert this. So yes.
Snyder's chest hair making you feel a little floppy. Go to forhims.com/trivia.
Sorry, have you guys seen that before?
With that, Jeff Sneider has made his appearance.
I know that he had one in one of the earlier matches. There was like an ad before the actual match started.
I think it was in the Collins Meyer match, which I don't think you guys covered on here.
Which one?
Round number one.
The Meyer Collins match.
No shirt on, called the other guy.
No, that's right. Yeah, we.
That's why I think you guys didn't have a chance to react to it yet.
Yeah, I think that was like when my vertigo like actually hit, and I wasn't able to actually sit on camera.
Yeah. And there is no stealing. At least there isn't in round number one.
Yeah, I missed that one.
You have 15 seconds. Get your best
That's
answer
pretty
down
funny,
on
though.
a writing surface of your choice
Yeah,
with whatever you
we had to insert it like at a certain time in the match. So we're like, all right, we're just gonna put it right in the middle of their discussions, like just before they start round one.
See, this is where I kind of wish that we were watching them as they like dropped live on YouTube. Just because I want to see what the chat's like.
Yeah, you can still see the chat like as it's there, but it's really funny.
We'll bring your manager in, and then they will confirm and ratify that the challenge is taking place. And Christian, with that, I'm sure
It's
Jeff
hilarious.
JT is watching from whatever Ecuador.
I know a lot of those ads and sponsorships, like some of the agreements is how often do you have to say the name of the product or the website, or within a certain amount of time in the match you have to. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of strict guidelines on that.
Well, Nikki Demolante's tweet makes sense now.
Round number one. Question in the realm of action adventure. Who stars as Marine sniper Bob Lee Swagger, who is framed for murder in the 2007 film Shooter?
I do like people with the middle name Lee.
Hell yeah.
Spells.
Diamond Dave.
I think the H comes before the A.
5.
No. 3. That's what I was trying to do.
2.
Oh, well, then I'm wrong.
It comes after the L.
He's starting with Jeff Sneider.
Boston boy Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, no, it comes after the A, but before the L.
Wrong.
Okay.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, it's a good, nice right.
Mark Wahlberg.
No.
Oh, you're gonna play along too.
Your next query. And we're a family film.
How'd you know that, Eric?
Here's the question. What 1997 Disney film involves a golden retriever dog who plays basketball? Can you imagine such a thing? A dog out there knocking.
There's some of these, like the movies, like, wait, did that qualify to be a movie that they could ask questions about?
It was theatrically released.
Yeah, it was.
That was a viable thing to put in theaters.
Please,
I think the immediate sequel was also theatrically released.
Jeff.
The ones after that, though, no.
Air Buddies now.
Air Bud.
Our next
Air
question
Bud.
here.
Snow Buddies.
Dramas. What actress stars alongside George Clooney as Karen Sisko in 1998's Out of Sight?
I got a follow-up question for you, Christian. They made one of the sequels where the dog played football. What was the name of it?
Every time I hear Karen Sisko, I think of the TV show that had what's her name?
Makes sense. 4.
I don't remember this movie, so
2, 1.
I forgot who played her in the TV show.
Starting.
I remember the movie though.
Jeff Sneider.
Jenny from the Block, Jennifer Lopez.
Yes, it is. Adam Collins.
J-Lo.
Jennifer Lopez.
Well, there you go.
Right.
This is Jennifer Lopez.
All right, that is question number 4. And as we
Jennifer
enter
Lopez.
Just like the tacos and burritos. We gotta stop quoting the South Park one.
80s movies, and here's the question. You'll find Donald Pleasance,
Yeah.
Victor Wong, and Jameson Parker In what 1987 John Carpenter film? He's working on a video for Rotten Tomatoes. John Carpenter versus Wes Craven. Who you got in that one, Chris?
That's a good one.
I don't know. 4. I'm not going to say that. 3. Not true. 2.
Probably have to go Wes Craven.
All right.
There's more stuff Wes Craven did that I like.
Gonna be the other movie I'm thinking of, probably.
Is the category, and here's the question: you'll find Donald Pleasance, Victor Wong, and Jameson Parker in what 1987 John Carpenter film?
I'm just always afraid of what I can say, which ones I've seen, because I don't want to give away answers later on.
Well, you know, you're not.
I don't know, Mark. I don't know.
You're doing fine.
Thank you, honey.
Pace yourself.
I like that Victor Wong in there though. That's one to throw people off.
3.
Yeah.
2. 1. Pens down, and Adam.
Because it's not Big Trouble in Little China.
Darkness.
Yes, Jeff Sneider.
Nope.
Didn't have it. So
Nope. Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, I would have never pulled that one actually.
4-3. All right. Here is the next question. Fantasy sci-fi. Which Marvel actor plays Mr. Tumnus, the fawn in the Chronicles of Narnia, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to go with you've seen They Live.
Yes.
You've seen
Mr. Tumnus.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
Mr. Tumnus.
That's it. That's the list.
Not true. 5.
Wait,
4.
has Christian seen The Thing now?
1. Pens down, please, Jeff Sneider.
I think he has.
So James McAvoy?
It is. And Adam Collins.
James McAvoy.
All right, 5.
James McAvoy.
Missing yet.
James McAvoy.
1 here as we get to our next question. Question 6.
Avoy.
And that is in the world of comedies.
You add that laugh track in later.
Good question.
No, that's
of course.
there.
Comedy. Does Jim Carrey
Of course he adds it in later.
To the airport, flying somewhere?
Why are you going to the airport?
I
Flying
love
somewhere?
that, man.
This is kind of like a deep cut. It's like you obviously know it if you know the movie, but it's like reading down paper. It's like, why would that be a line that you quote?
But if you reread the quote,
6-5.
it's a dumb question.
Yeah.
So far as we get to our next question here.
Yeah.
Number 7. Horror/thriller. Elijah Cuthbert, Chad Michael Murray, and Paris Hilton star in the 2005 remake of what 1953 horror film of the same name?
Yes.
I actually kind of like this movie.
Had Cuthbert.
Why?
It's one of those like so bad that you kind of enjoy. I think it's like kind of like a guilty pleasure, although I don't watch it that often. I don't think I've seen it like in years.
4.
Paris Hilton was in a movie. Got it.
2.
Well, there's also the hottie and the naughty.
House of Wax.
That's correct.
I don't even know what that is. So
House of Wax.
Okay.
Yeah.
7-6.
House of Wax.
Where we find
House of Wax.
It had what's her face from Step by Step was in it too.
She's also in Repo of the Genetic Opera.
Bonus question.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Here
That's
is
true.
the final question, Mark.
That's right. It's in the category of animation. Movies could be drawn by hand,
Oh,
computer, some
never mind.
claymation, stop motion in there. Here's the query for a point. The Lost Empire is the subtitle to what 2001 Walt Disney animated
Yep.
film that features the
Yep,
vocal
yep, yep.
talents of Michael J. Fox and James Garner.
I would really like to see a live action remake of this, please.
One. Keep their library forever. You taking Fox or you taking Garner?
I don't think I've actually seen this still.
Back to the Future.
It's good.
5.
Life with Mikey.
4.
It's on Disney
one.
Plus, right?
Yep.
2.
Yeah.
1. Pens down, please. And we start with Collins
It is Atlantis, the Lost Empire.
for the perfect round. And InSneider.
Atlantis.
Yes. All right.
Atlantis.
So now
Atlantis.
we get to Adam Collins. Adam Collins will have the
Perfect round.
question.
Ah,
This is for him. And
my
for
usual
all-
5-point average.
Here it is. Adam, are you ready?
I am.
What 90s film has the following line? Hope is a good thing. Maybe
Ha!
the best of things, and no good thing ever dies.
Yes, that would be the Shawshank Redemption. Best movie ever.
5, 4, 3.
Sandlot.
Looking for the Shawshank Redemption. for the Shawshank Redemption. So Collins misses the bonus question, but still has a 1-point lead as he gets himself into
Shawshank
round
Redemption.
number
Yeah.
2. All right.
Real quick, shout out to Lucas Shawshank.
Jeff
Speaking of,
celebrates his
happy birthday,
birthday.
Lucas.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday, Lucas.
Hey.
He did get
Yeah.
eight
The Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, Shawshank Redemption.
Round number 2, it's the wheel round. Fate, doom, and justice all lie within a spin of the wheel. Once you settle on a category,
Wheel of
you're gonna get
morality.
4
Turn, turn,
questions
turn.
from
Tell us
said
the lesson that
genre
we should
of
learn.
Schmoedown.
What is that from?
Each question's worth 2 points.
Bibiani.
No penalty for missing a question.
No, where did they actually come from?
Is available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, ask
It's
us.
like the line in Beetlejuice. We've come for your daughter, Chuck. It's from nowhere, but you feel like it is.
To 1.
Yeah.
Christian, both challenges.
We've
still
come for your
intact,
daughter,
1
Chuck.
each for each competitor. We also have 3 JTE rules for Collins and 2 left for Jeff Sneider.
All right, we're going to remove.
Oh,
Roxy and Sneider
you're gonna
at the
feel
moment.
dumb.
Shannon, you got 60
Probably.
seconds
I just
to
looked-
decide
I just
if
looked
Adam
it
wants
up.
to go first or second.
What?
Starting now.
Hey,
What
first
was
of all, I know that
what was the
you're,
team he was on with
annoyed
Matt
that
Nost?
You missed the bonus question. It was a tough
Top
bonus
10?
question. Quotes in that.
No,
I mean, it's-
that's Roca. You
throw it away. It doesn't matter.
talk about
now.
Bibiani.
What else was I going to tell you about that?
Oh,
You just put it in
the cinema. Yeah,
So just
the
remember
Animaniacs.
forward.
The
I
Animaniacs.
think you've been first. Why not?
Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lessons that we should learn.
Let's spin first.
All right. So
Their team was the Cinefanat. No, wait, that's us. They were the Cinemaniacs.
Yeah, too bad we can never. If you guys were drafted, we couldn't get a match machine like the Cinefanatics and the Cinemaniacs.
Oh, because that would be confusing. We'd also have our proverbial butts handed to us by Whitney and Nose. So.
Not Whitney.
I mean, I
Bibiani.
kinda love this
Not
for
Whitney.
you.
Yeah, Bibiani.
It's specific. There's a lot of crap on here.
I don't know. I just want to see Matt Nost try to do his funny little dancing again.
How are you feeling?
The soft shoe.
Yeah, it's a bit more narrow. There might be some deep cuts in there, but I think I'd like to take a swing at it.
Kubrick? Ooh.
Kubrick.
Do it.
All right. So there you go. Thank you.
One more thing.
Look at the cojones on this guy.
Hey, Adam, I just want to say smart thinking on not using a challenge for that bonus question. I could see it going through your head too. And because this is a 5-round game, it was very smart of you to not waste one on that bonus. So smart thinking, buddy.
All
Let's
right.
get some points.
Gonna remove Shannon there. Gonna bring
He could have
back-
challenged that. Like,
I
All
think she meant to
Adam,
JT.
give me 4 questions in
Oh.
the realm
Yeah,
of
a repeat.
Kubrick. Here it is. First one. What room does Dick Halloran tell Danny to stay away from?
237.
1408.
Correct. For 2 points.
Lucas
It's
Black.
also Red's cell number in Shawshank Redemption.
Steal
Lucas Black suite.
from the money counting room of a racetrack during a featured race. How much money does he estimate will be stolen?
Yeah, I don't know this one.
$2 million.
Correct for 2 points. In Paths of Glory, what is the rank of Kirk Douglas's Dax?
Like captain.
He is a colonel.
Correct for 2 more points.
Or higher.
What was the last film of Stanley Kubrick a best?
I mean, he had to be a captain at some point.
Nomination.
Did he get one for Eyes Wide Shut?
Barry Lyndon.
2 more points.
No.
Adam Collins.
There you go. Oh, that was much older.
Adam, gonna bring in Roxy Stryer here.
I want
he
to
just he just ran through that one.
Yeah,
I want to take a swing at it. Okay, Adam.
Take
a little swing at it.
Just a
little softball swing at it.
That. And similar to Shawshank, he's not going to be able to
Home
take
runs.
himself out of this
Okay,
one.
whatever.
Stay focused. I was glad to see that you used your JT. You still have 2 left. Go to multiple choice if you have to. It is a long match today, something that he has not done yet. And we're ready for
That's
this
true.
one. How
That's
you
why I would
feeling?
actually put
Feel fine,
Snyder
you know, I didn't know Prince of
in the
Darkness was
advantage
another
here
Carpenter
because
movie.
he
I
has
really
done
did
5-round matches
often.
before.
It cost me a shot at the bonus question, but you know that as a
He has not done this speed round.
well in Kubrick.
Yeah,
that is true.
Neither of them have.
Did I tell you though, Roxy? I was at the pharmacy earlier today, and I ran into Mike Kalinowski. He was picking up his monthly Viagra subscription.
Oh,
I hope everything's
weird.
okay. I hope
Oh.
everything's okay.
I don't know. We're gonna have to check in on that later. That might
So
be
we're
what-
mentioning another erectile dysfunction
Yeah.
in the same.
Yeah. Fortunately, if we had known ahead of time, we would have told him to say him.
There's 60 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call that. Right, here's the
Next time you edit, just put like a black bar over his mouth and just go for him.
No, just stick the Hims logo on it. He was at the pharmacy picking up his Hims.
Here is the spin, and we're looking at it
A
is
line.
right along to
Spy.
movies.
Yeah.
How do you call that spy? It's on the line.
Anything that
On the
happens on
line.
the line, they go to the right. That's their new
To the right.
rule. It happened recently.
I
So
feel
how
like
you
it's
feeling
still a
about
little more on the
movies?
spy anyway, but that could be my weird eyes.
Yeah, it does look kind of look.
And Roxy, I don't know if I
I mean,
like spy
over
movies.
here it looks like scores and
Okay, there's a
soundtracks,
lot
but
of
over
other
here it looks like
genres
spy.
that can be challenging if you want
If I
to.
close my left eye,
a long game, so
if I close
I'm
my
okay
right
if you
eye.
wanna respin.
Let's
They both look like they're on spy.
Right, and again,
Yeah.
All right, here it is.
may luck be
I think
on
it
our
has like
side more so than
I think it has like a
Shauna and Wiener. Sorry to the editors who are probably going to have to cut that out.
Why? It's family friendly. It starts family.
The what
Okay.
now?
I was gonna say the I think the ticker has like a small drop shadow on it that like is a little bit to the right, so that makes
Yeah.
it look like it's a little bit to the right. Yeah.
Tyler Perry is
Oh,
the most
okay.
player in this league enemy.
Does she say a bad word?
You to get the point.
Talking
there.
about Mike Koneski's wiener.
Stay
All right.
focused.
Oh,
She
Promise
says.
her goodness, no matter what.
Gotta remove you, Rox. You lost 60 seconds done there, so we're gonna remove
what?
you
He
there.
likes hot dogs. There's nothing wrong with that. I like hot dogs too.
And all right, Jeff Snyder's gonna get 4 questions in the realm of Tyler Perry films.
Oh,
we call it
Jeff,
the
4
killer.
questions, like Christian said, 2 points apiece. Unless you want to go to multiple choice. In the world of Tyler Perry, who, despite his last name, is not related to the Aerosmith guitarist. For 2 points. First question: Tyler Perry appears in what thriller from director David Fincher?
Was it 7?
Gone Girl.
No, Gone Girl.
Yeah.
2 points for Jeff Snyder.
Oh, but okay.
All right, 2 points.
I was like,
Next
wait.
one. All right, here we
Was
go.
it 7?
2 more points. Jeff, which actress stars as the adult version of Melinda Gale in the 2018 Tyler Perry film Acrimony, a thriller about a wronged wife?
was that Sana Lathan?
Is it Taraji P. Henson?
Need a final answer?
Yes.
Oh,
It is Taraji P. Henson. 2 more points.
Big points here from Jeff. Here's question number 3.
That's right. And we move on to your penultimate question, the world of Mr. Perry. Tyler Perry directed what 2013 Christmas movie
Medea.
stars his signature character?
Oh, a Medea family Christmas.
Bird in it.
Five, 4, 3.
A Medea Christmas.
Ooh.
Christian, Jeff's perfect in this round so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Medea family Christmas or what?
In order to get it,
That's what I thought. I thought it was a Medea family Christmas.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't realize the title was that simple.
Tyler Perry appears as
Star Trek.
Richard
Star Trek.
Barnett in what science fiction franchise?
He appears as Admiral anything in what anything.
That's not the title.
Yeah. Star Trek.
Five.
Nothing but Star Trek. Wait, what?
All right, you need to get off the internet with that one. you do not need to have a camera in front of you.
Jeff Snyder.
I like to have fun. Get off me.
Now to round
I've
number
never wanted
3.
to grab your face and make out with it harder. What a rock.
That is the absolute worst case scenario for
Oh my gosh. Roxy.
All right, well, hold on. We got to get to the rules. So you have your time.
Super
You
simple
have-
Tyler Perry questions. Don't act like he just
Rules for round 3. Don't make out with Jeff Snyder, Roxy.
In round number 3, it's the betting round. That's right, it's a 5-rounder. So this would be the betting round. That wheel's going to get another spin.
6 feet apart, y'all. 6 feet apart.
Yeah, social distance.
Wear your mask.
Category, a secret question.
I will say I was very
Why is it
grateful
betting
to
round?
both of them for getting perfect rounds because that just requires less work for me
What the category is.
to add in the multiple choice
Major
options.
series of their points.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they get up to 3 points. They may bet as little as 0 points. If you get the question correct, you gain that many points. If you miss it, you lose that many points. So, Christian, we're going to get the spin in and decide on the category, and then we'll get each competitor's wager.
All right. So here is the wheel, and here's the spin.
The spin is in. The spin.
When they're filming these, you're typically like watching it on the as well, right?
Here, and it is young
Yeah,
adult
I'm sitting in the
All right, Roxy, you got 30
Hi, Video
seconds
Drew.
to talk to Jeff starting now.
Video Drew and her magical powers have joined us.
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of these YA movies, so.
Here's what I'll say to you. I think we're early on enough. This is a close enough game that you don't have to do anything you're uncomfortable with. You know so much about movies that definitely I think there's a good shot that you will know what the answer to this is.
Yeah, because most
So make
YA
sure
novels
you give yourself a
are
little bit of the
exist,
benefit of the
or
doubt, but you don't
YA
have to
movies
do
exist in a
something
time period that
crazy
he would
or
have
not
covered the news stories.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Shannon, 30 seconds to talk to Adam starting now.
Yep, while those two are in La La Land fantasizing about Mike's member, we'll talk
Yeah, I like that
about
movie.
betting. Not my favorite category.
Wow.
No one's favorite category except for like maybe Oyama.
La La Land with Mike's member. Okay. That's the sequel. It's also sponsored by Hims.
So
It's got to add in the middle of the movie, in
Yeah.
the middle of a song.
Go with your gut. Yeah.
We talked about this. I'm ready.
All right. Time. All right. We're going to drop Shannon and Roxy out. All right. So we're going to ask both competitors to put, in the count of three, please put the amount of points in the private chat at the same time. Jeff, are you ready?
In the private chat?
In the private chat. Collins, are you ready? All right. On the count of three, please put your points in 3, 2, 1. All right. So here is the
Nice timing on that building.
question.
Adam.
Thank you.
Starting with, sorry. Here's the question. In young adult, how many installments are there in the Twilight franchise?
4. They split the last one into 2.
Good.
Yeah.
Good question for a betting round.
Oh yeah, because there was only
Very glittery.
Twilight, New Moon, Breaking Dawn.
4.
Eclipse.
No, Twilight, Eclipse, New Moon, and Breaking Dawn. So there's 5.
Down, please. All right. We start with Jeff Sneider. How many points did you wager?
there's 5.
I wagered 2 points.
And you said?
Doubled it up and went with 4.
Oh!
Adam Collins, how many points did you wager?
No.
1.
And you said?
5.
Oh!
Adam Collins is correct. 5 points.
Ooh, 3-point swing.
Collins finds himself.
He's lucky. He's very lucky Collins didn't aim higher.
Now
Yeah.
17-13.
If that was Oyama, he would have swung for the fences.
Speed round. All right, Mark, rules of
17-13 for the Coyote over the InSneider. Still anyone's ball game because now we have entered the speed round. Goes like lightning. If lightning took a whole minute.
I had nightmares last night too. Oh wait, no, I didn't. I couldn't fall asleep.
That's a living nightmare.
In the stream and then
Yeah. Oh.
Questions. It's the same set of 10 questions to each competitor.
Speaking of which,
another competitor.
speaking of which, Drew made me watch The Nightmare, the documentary about sleep paralysis.
So we know.
Oh no, no, thank you.
Yeah,
Who is
probably nothing you want to watch.
They're going to be administered by
Anytime soon.
Baby Garrett, former Ultimate Schmoedown champion, and I'm going to ask them once I begin and then end that first question. That's when your timer starts. As soon as I ask that first question, your time for 60 seconds starts. We're going to go down the line. Each question.
Andres, highest you could wager, I believe, is 3.
A question. You get the question correct, you get a point. Miss the question, you lose it. There's an alternative option. Your third option is you may simply say pass if you're not sure of the answer. You will be charged no points. You will gain no points. We'll simply move on to the next question. If there's time remaining in your 60 seconds, I will go back to any
thankfully,
questions you have said pass to, and you'll have the chance
Not
to
had
answer
that
again, or
sleep paralysis
again,
stuff.
say
I would
pass.
very much like to stay away from it.
And once
Yeah.
we have each competitor,
Yeah, there's a point in the documentary where they say, like, talking about it to other people, like, infects other people, and it makes them have sleep paralysis. It's like, gee, thanks, documentary. Like, you wish you would have told me this up front.
We are going to
like to know what I'm getting into.
We're going to ask Adam Collins and Shannon. Who will go?
I know.
first? You got 30 seconds.
I know. I used to have like a thing that I could like a bracelet that I could put on my wrist that would tell me like how my sleep was. The problem was when I had that on my wrist, I was actively aware that it was measuring my sleep quality, so therefore I didn't fall asleep.
All right, Shannon, going to drop you out there too. Roxy's going to stay in. Roxy, make sure you keep your hands up. Shannon, keep your hands up also. Jeff Sneider will be dropped out, and as soon as he is out, we can begin the speed round. Remember, there are no
I don't have to keep mine up. Okay.
ATVs or challenges in this round.
You weirdo.
All right, Adam the Coyote Collins has elected
Just
to go
practicing.
first in the lightning
Okay.
round. So, Adam, once again, 10 questions total. 60 seconds is the maximum amount of time you're allotted to get those correct answers. Again, you don't have to answer. You can simply say pass, and then no points will be at risk for that particular question. Just as a friendly reminder, I'm not going to tell you whether you got a question correct or incorrect. I'm simply going to move on to the next question. We will not reveal the scores until both competitors have completed their round number 4. I'm going to give you 10 seconds when it's 10 seconds left. Just going to let you know, hey, we got about 10 seconds. And finally, we're going to do a quick practice question just to make sure the connection's good. Adam, what is the Coyote's nemesis in Looney Tunes?
The Roadrunner.
It is correct. All right.
All right.
He should have said no one.
That correct question, but we're going to start the clock once I complete asking this first question. Who directed the film Exodus, Gods and Kings?
Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott, yeah.
Which actress plays Eddie Redmayne's wife in The Danish Girl?
Pass.
What year did Mystic River come out?
98.
Pass.
Who won an Oscar for their performance?
One
in
from
Last
Rogue
King
One.
of Scotland?
Forrest Whitaker.
Yes.
Who stars as Ray Macaulay in Pearl Harbor?
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Denzel Washington and Viola Davis play husband and
Fences.
wife in what film?
Fences. Yep.
Hidden Fences.
Which actor has roles in the film Bugsy, The Love Guru, and Sexy Beast?
Pass.
An aspiring stand-up comic falls in love with Emily Gardner in what 2017 sitcom?
Big Sick.
Big Sick.
Pass.
Who directed the 2012 comedy This Is
Judd
40?
Apatow.
Judd Apatow.
Judd Apatow.
How many installments are there in the Lethal Weapon franchise?
5. 4.
Seconds
Yeah.
left. Which actress plays Eddie Redmayne's wife in The Danish Girl?
Alicia Vikander.
And what year did Mystic River come out?
98.
Wait, is that true?
And we're done with time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Adam Collins has left. He is
I was thinking,
and now Jeff Sneider.
Oh, what's her
is
name
here
from
for the speed round mark.
Rogue
All right,
One and Ruth
Jeff,
Bader
so
Ginsburg?
You're just in another stream. You have no prior knowledge of any of the questions about to be asked to you. But as a rules refresher, it is 10 questions in total.
Yes, I was thinking her too.
I know the movie's called On the Basis of Sex. I just want to say it's from Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Again, it's 60 seconds. Your time.
Seriously, we're gonna have to mark this video not safe for kids. I mean,
the first question. So as soon as I hit that question mark, that's when the time begins. You can answer or you may not answer. If you get the question correct, you get a point.
Yeah, there
If
you
you
go.
miss it, you lose a point. If you say pass, I'm just going to go to the next question.
Yeah.
I will ask any pass.
Yeah, on TSO, like ask a question up top, asking if we're going to keep this round next season.
And just as a reminder to you,
At least this format, and it's like in discussion. I think they would prefer to go back to the buzzers just because it's cleaner, like to do overall. But this is luckily it works out, and they might have an option for people to elect to use it if they want to in championship matches.
Good. I'm going to ask you for
That
no
makes
points,
sense.
Jeff,
Also, I
who
mean,
is
as
the
long as
greatest
we're
Boston
still doing
Celtic in
virtual
history?
and
Yeah, if it's for virtual still, then yes, we'll have to use it. Yeah.
Incorrect.
do you know, or can you say, is there any talks in potentially keeping virtual in certain circumstances where people just can't get to a studio? Or
Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Which actress plays Eddie Redmayne's wife in The Danish Girl?
Felicity Jones.
In what year did Mystic River come out?
Pass.
Who won an Oscar for their performance in The Last King of Scotland?
Forrest Whitaker.
Who stars as Rafe Macaulay in Pearl Harbor?
Ben Affleck.
Denzel Washington and Viola Davis play husband and wife in what film?
Fences.
Which actor has roles in the films Bugsy, The Love Guru, and Sexy Beast?
Is that Michael Myers?
Ben Kingsley.
And
Oh, Ben
aspiring
Kingsley.
stand-up comic
Oh.
falls in love with Emily Gardner in what 2017 rom-com?
Pass. I couldn't. Pass.
Who directed the 2012 comedy This Is 40?
Judd Apatow.
10 seconds. How many installments are there in the Lethal Weapon franchise?
4.
In what year did Mystic River come out?
2003. 2003.
That is correct, and that is your time.
All right, so we are coming back to the speed round.
Ooh, 5-point difference.
Before we get to the tallies of the speed round, Mark, Go ahead.
Yes, we do, Christian. This is not a challenge. We don't allow challenges in round number 4. However, the internet at my place, because there's construction workers just above me, it's been spotty from time to time, and it did go out for a brief moment during Jeff Sneider's questioning. We're discussing it offline. Christian and I have decided, without the input of managers or competitors, to ask a question to Jeff that is comparable in difficulty to the one that he was not able to hear within his 60-second window. Here's how it's going to work. Because each speed round question would average out to about 6 seconds, he's going to have 6 seconds once I'm completed asking the question to answer it. It's going to be worth a point. He misses, he loses a point. If he says pass, he will not be awarded a point, nor will he lose a point.
All right, so we're going to bring Jeff Sneider.
Can I just ask, why am I not getting the same? Because I didn't even hear the question that I missed. Why am I not getting that question?
Because there's a chance that there may have been a word or two that you did hear, and to keep everything above board, it's cleaner to ask a different question that is of comparable difficulty.
That makes sense.
Okay.
All right, Jeff, so you're going to have 6 seconds.
Interesting.
Okay.
Jeff, your time is going to start once I've completed asking the question.
You will not have the clock on the top here, just so you know.
6 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Jeff, which actress plays Darcy?
It's not there.
Main love interest.
Helen Hunt.
What Women Want.
Yep.
Helen Hunt.
All right. So here it is. Mark, give us a tally, the score, and the answers to the questions.
All right. Well, the score is now, after the speed round, 25 for the Coyote, 21 to Jeff
So
Sneider.
4 points going into the final round. That's
You didn't have to play the speed round. Luckily, it didn't take that long. So here are the questions that each competitor missed, and we'll start with the Coyote. Initially, he passed on the Danish girl question, but he ended up getting that. He also ended up getting Mystic River. He did pass on number 7. Which actor has roles?
I will say, so yeah, to answer your question earlier, yeah, I mean, Christian has said, that these digital matches will probably stick around in some aspect, but I think if we can get to the studio, it will be like majority of studio shoots, and then like if someone needs a digital match, then we can accommodate that for them.
Once again, Christian, 25.
So say it's never going to be for like title matches or anything. If it's a title match, you fly to the studio if you're out of state or anything.
Yeah.
Schmoedown champion is, unless we go over.
Makes the most sense.
All right, so we are now at
but that might be good if you're going to start like doing the official fan league of it. Some of those people might not be able to immediately get to a studio every time they shoot.
Yeah.
And if you're in a tournament like say Adam Collins, having to fly every other week or so to shoot a match.
For another 10 minutes. Second, the rules of round number 5 are as follows. Each competitor is going to give us a series of numbers.
That'd be fine if like the Schmoedown was like in a place where it had a lot of like huge supporters that were like throwing tons of money at it, and then the Schmoedown could afford to like cover travel in certain situations like that. But
trivia, Schmoedown, and know-how. Your first question is worth
we are not there yet.
Not yet.
Final question: should we make it that far? Probably will.
But it's growing.
The biggest points.
You'll get there. You just ain't there yet.
Is quite possibly. I'll remind each competitor.
Hang in there, kid.
Of your stable, however many left JT rules you have. Challenge. And there are no points awarded to a competitor for stealing in round at number 5, and you are not penalized any points for missing a question or guess away.
All right, so because Sneider is going to be going first here. Shannon, you have 60 seconds to talk to Adam starting now.
Once again, guys, we remind you that we have a streamlabs.com/cinefanatics. I can never say that.
All you got to do is just look up. It's just right there.
We have this link up here right above me.
Move your seat right now.
Got any questions in there?
Anxious loser mentality.
Just look up. You could read it straight off the ceiling there.
You got some goat teeth.
/cinefanatics.
All right, Roxy, 60 seconds to talk to Jeff.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Roxy, you don't need to say anything to me. All I want to say is that Mike Kalinowski got his ass handed to him. I handed it to him. Friggin' everyone in the tournament handed it to him because he sucks.
All right, Jeff, I love that about you, but also let's stay in this one right now. What you said to me before we started this match was, no matter what, I want to take him to the 5-pointer. Guess what? That's exactly what you did.
But Mike Kalinowski sucks.
We are going to get there. We're going to get there, absolutely. And remember that this guy bleeds.
Like Shannon's response just like,
And you are capable of winning. I have seen it before where you don't believe in yourself, and I need to make sure that right now you do, because this is your game. He is a newbie, and this is your time to win the tournament. We are going for everything that we've got right now. Don't leave anything on the table. You got.
I should say that I really do want
really
Sneider
think
to
that this is
win.
yours
So
win, Jeff.
All right, Rock. So we're doing things a little differently here today. We're gonna start with
realizing that Adam Collins
Adam,
is
you need your 3 numbers from
kind of a beast,
7,
and not
2, and 9,
and not Bibiani.
Jeff.
Literally trash.
Just gonna stick with what works. 3, 11, 16.
The sexiest of all numbers. He knows
right.
what makes a sexy number.
All right, the manager.
He like Christian's like
Jeff Sneider, who chose category number.
People are
3,
like,
action adventure.
What makes a number sexy?
Here
It's
it is.
when it's said by a
Jeff,
team, a member of the Rock
What
Stars.
is the title of the 3rd
Ultimatum.
film in the Jason Bourne franchise?
Yeah.
Ultimatum. Born Ultimatum.
Supremacy, Ultimatum,
Bourne
Legacy.
5.
Jason Bourne.
4.
Yeah.
3. 2.
Repeat the question.
Second one. What is the 3rd film in the Jason Bourne franchise?
Born Identity, Born Supremacy, Born Ultimatum.
The Bourne Ultimatum.
Correct for 2 points. All right.
Nice.
Jeff, for question number for your 3-pointer, question for your 3-pointer, you chose category 11, and that would be musicals. Musicals for your 3-pointer. Here it is. Who directed the 19
Robert Altman.
musical Popeye?
Just be glad it's not your 5-pointer.
5, 4, 3.
Robert Altman.
Got it.
Hits it, and we find ourselves.
I love
now
that.
26.
He just slapped
25,
himself.
as Sneider avoid.
He slapped the answer into himself.
He slapped himself and answered it correctly. I love that.
Retake his lead by hitting his 2-pointer here, Mark.
And he can do just that if he navigates his way around the category of America's Sweetheart, Tom Hanks. 2 points. That
Nice.
is category number 7. And here's your question for a deuce and the lead. Who directed Tom Hanks?
Penny Marshall.
Big.
Penny Marshall.
Christian, Adam Collins, the Coyote has the lead again.
All right, so here we are now for Jeff Sneider. He finds himself in a position he has been in this tournament before. He's got to hit his 5-pointer and force Adam Collins to hit his 5. If he hits this is Jeff Sneider's 5. He chose category 16, Jeff. Category 16, and that would be comedy films. Jeff hits it, bounces back. However, if he misses it, the Coyote goes on to play Dangerous Dan Murrell. All right.
Ooh, but you know that's going to be a good match.
You played great today in this entire tournament. You will have earned it. So
here it is.
Ooh.
F. Jennifer Aniston played Carol Vanstone, interim CEO of Zenotech's Chicago branch, opposite Jason Bateman in this 2016.
That's that Office Christmas Party. Yeah, that. Yeah, it was an Office Christmas Party or Christmas Office Party. I don't know.
5, 4, 3, 2.
repeat the question. I have one. Is that the last one?
Last one.
Because she was a dentist in Horrible Bosses, and I don't think she was a CEO in that that movie, The Switch.
Chicago branch opposite Jason Bateman in this 2016.
Was she in The Switch?
Yeah.
And The Switch was in 2016.
I don't think so. I think it was earlier.
5, 4, 3.
Office Christmas Party.
2.
Horrible Bosses.
And
Nope. Dang. Dang.
The answer was Office Christmas Party. Office Christmas Party was the answer. Adam Collins and Corruption win the tournament.
Boo.
From the play-in match to the finals. The ultimate.
That's impressive.
Winner, the rookie.
I don't think we've ever had someone run through a play-in match all the way to win the whole thing, and let alone win 6 matches in doing so.
6. Adam, you did
Andreas
it.
feels
Free
better about
agency.
his loss now.
Yeah, I'm just like got out of the way of that
join
train, just like ran through it the rest of the tournament.
Following the footsteps of Mark Riley, Mark Ellis, Sam Levine, Ethan Irwin, Ben Bateman, and now Adam Collins. How does it feel?
Surreal, but also this was the plan. You know, once we got past
Winning is the
Rogan,
plan,
That
guys.
was the win.
A plan to win.
and,
If
getting all
he
the way to the
beats
end of my
Dan
bracket
Murrell,
exciting enough.
this is going to be amazing.
If he beats Dan, then he would probably lock in Rookie of the Year and like Player of the Year.
Yeah.
New blood, admittedly.
He's actually probably already. I would say he's probably got Rookie of the Year just in this.
Yeah, definitely. But getting that, and then if he beats Dan, he'd definitely get Player of the Year as well. Like honestly,
But it was
Yeah.
it's like a 7-win streak for the title.
dangerous assassin as Sneider.
For sure, it would still be down between him and Chance, especially if Chance beats Chandru.
Yeah,
but
Shannon, I have so many questions to ask you, so I'll try to limit it to 2 quick
it
ones.
might still be in
What
Adam's favor.
somebody like the Coyote coming in and winning the ultimate Schmoedown after being a virtual unknown.
There's still also Andres Carrera.
General, and then if you
Yeah,
because he tore through Star Wars also.
Yeah, it's technically by definition, I think we can't give him Rookie of the Year though, because he technically played 1 match like in season 1. You know.
Oh
yeah. He's technically disqualified from it. I believe so.
Roxy's a loser. She has been. She still is. And she always will be. You can't beat me, Stryer. You can't beat Corruption.
Well, speaking of that, Shannon, this is another win for Corruption. And one right now, you have a singles title championship. You have an Inner Geekdom titles championship. So right now, those 2 for sure at the Spectacular. And it is the 2nd tournament that you won this season, and the 3rd player to be in the finals of the tournament. So, do you feel that you're wrapping this thing up as Manager of the Year?
I will never feel like I'm wrapping this up until the final match, because anything can still happen. I am moving forward very confidently. And
I think she's got a very strong argument in her favor now, though.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Corruption and Swag do like equally well in the teams tournament, because I want, like, if it comes down to them for points for the end of the year, I want it to be close enough that the match between Chandru and Chance is the deciding factor.
100%.
Yeah.
Deserves it. Marisol is salivating. She is so ready to serve justice in that teams tournament, and her and Adam together.
That's the thing, though, is that we still have to go through the teams tournament and see how that all shakes out.
I am elated.
Based off of this, I would say Adam and Marisol is going to be probably the toughest team going into that.
Taken out
potentially
John Roca. You've taken out Lon Harris. You've taken out Liz Shannon Miller, the Kid, Jeff Sneider. This is you are Randy Orton. You are the legend killer here right now. But you go up against the GOAT, the greatest maybe legend of all time here at the Spectacular.
The Coyote versus the GOAT.
What are we watching?
Yeah.
He's defended the championship.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. We're doing this Animal Planet replay.
About your opportunity here to go up against.
You need to get what is it that YouTuber guy Zay Frank to narrate that.
That's how a Coyote do.
You know, something you might recall, I was preparing.
We're gonna get John Attenborough to do the opening narration.
Ethan, it would have been
well, we need that Zay Frank, and then we need the guy that did the. I think his name was Randall, the one who did the Honey Badger
Maybe more
video from way back in the day.
Honey Badger don't.
But it's time to roast.
Oh, he's nasty. Look at him. He's nasty.
All right, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Corruption wins yet another tournament. They're in another match at the Spectacular. Adam the Coyote Collins makes it.
I still feel pretty good about
the
Shannon having heel of the year.
match.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah,
2000
especially now because the Wildberries Civil War it's bringing back the fact that she split them up. It's bringing back that to the forefront.
All right,
Yeah,
and that.
I'm just curious. I don't know. I truthfully don't know if a manager can win heel of the year.
This is a hell of a run, dude. This was a hell of a run that you made. Like you said in your last match.
Just from the technical standpoint. I don't know.
Matches and you win the whole
I think Dagnino's been up for it in the past, but I know that he's also been a player manager too, so I don't really.
First of all, what are your thoughts
I don't know if that changes
Collins as a
anything.
player? You've seen a lot of these.
Or does it matter if they're a player manager? Does it matter if their heel work consisted of them as a manager or as a player?
You want to have longevity in this league, and you want to, become a real legend and have.
I like that Snyder's giving him a lot of respect.
Absolute
Yeah.
Shannon Barney, who's like Donald Trump with breasts. I mean, she's a psycho. Get rid of her. Join the Rock Stars next season.
Yikes.
And you and me and Enrico. We'll just
Oh, jeez.
There's way too much body part talk on this Schmoedown episode.
Also, very topical, Jeff, on the night of the last debate.
Grill a goat's leg?
Yeah.
Why are you guys trying to kill and eat the goat? It makes no sense. Adam, you did a great job today. This isn't basketball. It's not a series. We don't get to play you a few more times. If we did, I think you guys would go tit for tat. Jeff Sneider is, as you said, one of the greatest players to ever play this game. And today we just didn't win this one, but I'm excited to go up against you guys in teams because I really know what the odd couple is going to do to you.
Rox, I'll stay with you because the converse of the question that I just asked Shannon Barney, is she going to miss any of the sparring? I mean, we do have another tournament right around the corner. So are you anxious to get back in the ring, possibly against Corruption?
Odd Couple is my baby. Everybody knows this. I have more love for them than could possibly explain because I believe them to be the greatest team that exists. And going into a tournament with both of them, I couldn't ask for anything more. I know that if we see Corruption, not only are we going to see them, but we're going to send them. And the tournament is on, baby. This tournament, we did incredibly well. Jeff Sneider is a force to be reckoned with. Anybody who doesn't acknowledge that is blind.
Well, Jeff, I will say this. This is one of the things because people don't realize this. A lot of people don't realize this. Hell, competitors don't realize this sometimes. The ultimate Schmoedown is really what makes Schmoedown careers, but it also really defines the current landscape of competitors. The way it's always worked is that the loser of the tournament gets themselves into a number one contender match. So you will find yourself in your first match next season in a number one contender match once again for the championship. You haven't had great luck in number one contender matches thus far, but
so he takes on whoever wins between Dan and Adam.
Most likely,
Whoever loses.
Most likely, this isn't confirmed yet. See
whoever loses between Dan and Adam.
Shannon Miller.
Yep.
You would most likely be the winner of that. Most likely.
I don't get to play Dan Murrell when he loses to this Adam Collins kid because Adam Collins is way better than Dan Murrell. He's not that dangerous.
Like I said, most likely. So this is, but this is something. Do you?
Wow.
So I
right now the plan is whoever wins between Ethan and Liz.
Teams, you're almost there with singles
because they were
the run over with singles.
We call them the runner-ups.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Get the hell out of here! I just took out everyone in the tournament except for this Collins kid who's a phenom, and I just blew that 5-pointer. Like I got thinking on Horrible Bosses. And then I was like, oh no, 2016, that was a while ago. Is it Horrible Bosses 2? I just was not even thinking outside of the Horrible Bosses track. And I totally overlooked the Office Christmas Party. We'll never know if this kid can answer a 5-pointer. All I want to do is push on that 5-pointer, and it really kills me that I didn't do that. But yeah, we have no idea if Adam Collins knows the deep cuts.
Well, Rox, go ahead, Rox.
Yeah, well, what we do know is he's beatable. We know that he is. He shows weakness left and right, and I can't say anything other than he's great, but so are you, Jeff.
If I could count Twilight movies, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, well, all that so it's okay.
Well, guess you got to watch the Twilight movies now.
I think that we
I like hearing Jeff just like shout things off camera.
Similar to an Erwin rival. it kind of can go back and forth. When you are that good, you're that good, and sometimes you're going to lose. So we'll see what happens in the future, but excited for teams tournament and ready to go.
Count out blue pills. Enjoy them, buddy.
Oh, good Lord.
Jeff Sneider, hell of a run there. What a run by Jeff, going 4-1, falling to Adam Collins here. But Adam Collins, 6-0.
That was another reference to the ones not sponsoring this episode.
Not even just the league. In the tournament, he was the play-in match, Mark. He was the play-in match to get into the tournament. He has picked up so many points for corruption, just so many points for corruption. And he does it by winning the entire tournament. And now he has leverage going into the team's tournament with his partner, Deception, with him and Marisol McKee. They go into this with some leverage because you have the ultimate Schmoedown winner now on your team.
And that features not just one, but two rookie sensations, one of whom, like you just said, earned their way into Schmoedown mythology, etching their name in the clubhouse alongside Mark Ellis and some other folks whose names escape me. But with Adam Collins, you also have
some folks whose names aren't mine.
He pushed Adam Collins almost to the limit. So we have a whole lot of fireworks coming up at Schmoedown Spectacular, as we do every year, with this team's tournament. And then we also have that little Wild Berries retirement match. So don't kick your Sunday shoes off just yet, kiddies. We got a lot more Schmoedown to do.
Adam Collins is the second rookie in history.
Well,
the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament. Ethan Errolowl, of course, was the first back in 2018, but Ethan only
he was waiting all match to use that one.
Yeah, it was.
So this is a big victory for Adam Collins and corruption, and for all of us, because we have found a brand new.
I wonder if he plans out like these names like ahead of time, like what references he can make with that name and what match it would be good for.
What's he going to do against Murrell? Because this is Murrell versus corruption is a thing also. We have seen it. We saw it this season. And Murrell's going to be ready for corruption. You know that. The last thing in the world he's going to want to do is to drop and lose his belt to corruption. So it's going to be a war. It is going to be a straight-out war, and it's going to happen at Spectacular. And look at the matches we already have, Mark, for Spectacular. We have the Inner Geekdom Championship between Chance Ellison and, of course, the champion, Chandru Dechapani, for the championship. You have Alex Damon versus Ace Andres Cabrera for the Star Wars Championship.
For the Upset City Championship.
Kevin Smith versus Brett Sheridan, which was confirmed on my one-on-one show just a little bit ago. And the teams, whoever the champions are, versus the winners. And then finally, for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Singles Championship of the World, the champion, Dangerous Dan Murrell, goes up against Adam the Coyote Collins. Unbelievable. So much stuff happening. We don't forget about the free-for-all that we have coming up, the horror free-for-all that is going to happen at the Skybound Expo. That's coming up right around the corner here. And then in a couple of weeks, the team's tournament begins. Mark, lots of Schmoedown still left before this thing wraps up.
Who will take the team's tournament? What faction is going to get the most amount of points? And at that Spectacular, will Adam the Coyote Collins wear a Santa Claus costume? But maybe the biggest question, Christian, I think Brett Sheridan is
probably not
in his nice mansion watching any Bruce Willis movies right now.
Oh,
I don't know. All I know is I'm so excited for that match. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm excited. Spectacular card already is packed up, ready to go. I can't.
I'm gonna make another the video I made. I'm gonna do that again, but I'm gonna stick like Brett Sheridan sitting on the couch next to Bruce Willis.
16. So it is going to be.
Can you do that?
A rookie one for the
I don't know. Maybe
Adam Collins can do it. He'll be the second rookie to win the singles championship, obviously, in his rookie year. So this is going to be something I can't wait for. Thank you for all you guys. You don't even know how much I got to thank the crew for today's match. I really have to thank the crew. Thank you to Courtney. Thank you to of course, the great NerdChronic, to Brian Mitchell, to everybody who helps on the show, the great writers, PJ.
I know that guy.
Everyone who made this tournament happen. This was 36 competitors wrapped up. We were doing 4 matches at once, and now we are wrapped up. Your winner is Adam Collins. And we got the team's tournament. For Mark Ellis, I'm Christian Harloff. See you next time.
Yeah. Fantastic match.
Buddy. Yeah.
So Adam Collins tears through the entire tournament, and I feel pretty strongly that he's a good competition against Dan Murrell. So
yeah, I mean,
100%.
like Frank said in the promo that he has now after this match only missed besides the one he skipped in the ones he skipped in the speed round, he's only missed 6 questions out of his 6 matches. No, 5 questions. 5 questions out of his 6 matches. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's an insanely high accuracy rate.
Yeah, and so like I truthfully think that's higher than what Dan's put out lately, and I think the only factor that will affect his match against Dan is the speed round, because if you recall, his speed round wasn't like fantastic. Like he skipped like a handful of questions. I don't think he didn't get any wrong, but like there's something he definitely skipped. He just kind of like couldn't really pull it in the moment. And so Dan's been pretty lethal in the speed round so far. So like that might be the deciding factor there.
Yeah, I was gonna say he passed on quite a few of them.
Yeah.
In that speed round, and I don't know. I think we're about to see like just an all-out war here, like in terms of like knowledge goes, because Dan. There's a reason Dan's the GOAT. It isn't just because he's played the game for so long, knows how to play the game. It's because he is a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
And we are seeing that same thing within Adam Collins as well. So that absolutely deserves to be the main event of Spectacular for sure.
Yeah. It's very reminiscent of like last year when Oyama ran through everything and like got to Dan, and Dan was facing like an upstart like fan league rookie. But this is definitely different. Like I think there's definitely more weight to it than even Oyama had last year, because Oyama won 4 matches I believe to get there, and then went to Dan. Adam coming from a playing match, winning 6 in a row to get to Dan as his 7th match for the title, being undefeated and having like a super high, the highest accuracy rate we've seen in the history of Schmoedown in those matches. Like there's definitely like it's heavier gravitas to this match than we had last year.
Anyways, coming up, we've got the teams tournament, which I wanted to pull up real quick because I wanted to take a look at some of these. So you've got Deception as the Adam Collins Marisol taking on, looks like they're first going to be taking on Lethal Weapon. So that's Ethan Irwin and Andrew Guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, they might.
Who was giving me anxiety?
who was in category 9?
Brandon Hanna and Jader. Okay.
And then Odd Couple. So there's going to be a couple of good matchups on this.
Yeah. And as I was saying before, like the way that works out is depending on how the teams do, each team does, how many wins they get, or if they got knocked out early, whatever. I'm not sure I could do the points off the top of my head, but there's a possibility if the math works out properly, that we still could see like a close 3-way race between Corruption, Swag, and Finstock Exchange as Spectacular. So like that event might be like the big deciding factor of like who's going to take the whole season.
Yeah, man, I like this year.
I'm also a big fan of the fact that next week we've got the horror free for all that's going to be coming. Because I am always down to answer horror movies at any time whatsoever.
Which I'm sure we'll find some way to do a reaction of on this channel. But keep in mind, please, that when you come to the Cinefanatics channel, expecting us to play along with the horror free for all, I'm gonna suck. Horror. I have no qualms with saying that horror is my absolute 100% weakness.
But. That's why we would play as a team. So
yeah, exactly. You bounce each other off. But I will say, because I have to run right now to go do our show, Video Pop Culture Quiz. But in that vein, like we are doing Halloween tonight, Halloween 78. And so Robert, if you're free after this, I know you've been doing this. We've all been doing this all day. But if you're free, feel free to jump in on that, because we always love to have you for the horror stuff. It's going to be tonight. Andres, Vernon, and C-Dub playing along.
Ooh.
So fun little crew tonight. So yeah, if you're free, feel free to jump in or just type in the chat. And I'll see you guys all over there.
Anything else you want to plug real quick?
Besides that, no. Just you can find me at NerdChronic across all social media. Yeah, we have the horror free for all coming up next week. We have the Wildberries match that's confirmed next month as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty much. Luckily, that's it for now for this one. Besides the team tournament, like I can say that, but thankfully. Yeah,
just looking forward to a good solid month break of this or so once Spectacular's over, and
like an easy teams tournament hopefully, and then just go into Spectacular and try to get that done.
Yeah, nice. Anyways, so we'll go ahead and have you jump off so you can go take care of that. So thank you for being on the show. It's always great to have you on. Can't wait to have you on again. Probably something in Spectacular or something around that if we're able to do reactions to that. So, thanks for being on. Good luck with the video chronic tonight.
Guys, have a good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
So, that's going to do it for this replay episode tonight. That was fantastic match. I'm, again, eager to see what's going to happen with the singles matchup at Spectacular. As for us, going in real quick for what we're plugging, again, tomorrow night, we will have our reaction. It's our reaction to Shazam versus the Founding Fathers. Shazam versus Corruption at the Throwdown that was last week. That will be live tomorrow, so we will have our pre-recorded reaction up at some point tomorrow during the day. So keep an eye out for that. And then this Saturday, again, on patreon.com/cinefanatics, if you are at the $5 on up, you will join me and Andres Gallego as we do a watch along of The Evil Dead. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Definitely, we're definitely two horror movie heads, and I feel like this is probably one of his favorite movies as well. Definitely one of mine. It's gonna be a blast, and he's not gonna be here because he won't watch that. But he will be here. Next week, we are doing a live watch along of 1978's Halloween, the original one, on Halloween night. So that's Saturday the 31st. Halloween night on this channel, open to everyone. Come watch it. If you don't have access to it, I know it's on Shudder.com. So you could sign up at Shudder for a 7-day free trial, or you could possibly still use the code Film Theory to get a 30-day trial of Shudder. Halloween is on there, so get on that and then come join us for the live watch along of that. And then Tuesday nights there is still the tagline, the show where the tagline is the title. We talk about movies and movie news and movies being pushed back and theaters closing and the general stuff that gets said every week. Plus other fun commentary. So I believe that's it for tonight. Anything else you feel like we need to throw in?
Yeah, you can follow us on all these locations on both the Twitters and the Instagrams. That is where we are present on the social media, so you can find us there and all the funny things that we do on those social medias there.
Yeah. And those of y'all in the chat, thank y'all for watching tonight. I enjoyed it. We saw a couple of new people I don't think I've seen in the chat before. So thank you for joining us. We hope to see you again. Anyways, that's it. As for my brother, as for myself, thank y'all for watching Schmoedown replay. We'll see y'all again. Well, you could potentially see us tomorrow. We won't be live, but anyways, later.
See ya.
That was awkward as
fudge. He said fudge.